Trinity B1 ISE-1 4 Skills Test, SELT Secure English Language Tests, B1 English Test ISE-1 Skilled Worker, Health and Care Worker, Scale-Up Worker, Student Visas.
This is Trinity College London, ISE-1 B1. My name's Angelina. I am your interlocutor. What's your full name?
My name is Fatima Mahmood.
What's your topic's title for today?
My hobbies:
What are your 4 topic points?
meeting with family, traveling, shopping, and cooking.
What kind of food do you like to cook?
I like cooking. I like cooking very much, and biryani is cook a lot of them.
All right. How often do you cook biryani?
Last year.
Oh, pretty. How often? How often? When you make biryani? Yes.
Yes. I am cooking biryani in week 2 times.
Twice in a week.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Could you share an experience when you cooked something special on a special occasion?
Yes, I am cooking special food for vacations. I cook sweet dishes and biryani, and is the most famous dish in Pakistan is korma, kadai.
Okay. All right. All right. Could you please tell me about your recent shopping experience?
Yes, my recent shopping experience on online shopping, and I bought one blazer coat for Temu. Is app on my phone. I bought everything from Temu.
All right.
And yes, my parcel was coming, and was it was very beautiful,
Okay.
and the size is very perfect for me.
Okay, beautiful. How do you travel for shopping?
But ma'am,
how do you travel for shopping?
I travel with on walk.
Oh, okay, all right, that's cool. And could you tell me about your favorite places that you like to visit on holiday?
Yes, I like greenery places, like garden parks is very beautiful and peaceful for my eyes, because I am sick nowadays. And I visited last time on park, and park is very greenery nowadays, is flowers blooming. Yes,
Right,
but I like.
that's brilliant. So how do you spend quality time with your family when you meet them?
Before 5 months, I spent with time with family. I miss my family, and because I live in England and my family in Pakistan, but I spend with the family on hotels, like eating meal, like dinner, lunch, and breakfast on hotels, and we watching movies each together, and everything.
All right, beautiful. Thank you so much. This is the end of the speaking, Fatima. Beautiful. You need to work on your speaking. You know, reading is good, writing is good, but speaking has issues, right? So make sure that you
Yes, ma'am.
practice speaking.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and also one more thing that, see, look beautiful. I know you're trying, but this is, is right. Okay, pass. This is just pass. Okay, so sometimes, for example, you don't understand any question by the examiner, so it might result in a fail as well. Basic concept of this test is that if you want to get a good score and you want to pass, you must understand all the questions of the examiner. Okay, communication skills. Okay, second thing is they check language control, even if it's not there, but you must understand all the questions being asked and you must do it quickly. Okay,
ma'am.
for today you have passed, but you need to work on speaking. Reading is good, writing is also good, but actually speaking is not amazing. It's good, but it's not amazing. Now,
Okay,
part
ma'am.
2, I'm going to have a conversation with you about fashion. So are you fashionable? Are you interested in fashion?
Yes, I am interested in fashion.
So what kind of style do you have when it comes to clothing?
I like shalwar kameez and embroidery, full fancy dresses.
Do you like to wear designer dresses?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Are you interested in watching fashion shows?
Yes, ma'am. I like.
All right. Have you ever read any fashion magazines?
Yes, ma'am. I like very much.
All right. All right. So do you think your style has changed since your childhood? If yes, in what way?
Sorry, ma'am, your voice is not clear.
Beautiful. Do you think your style of clothing, the way you carry yourself, do you think it has changed since your childhood? If yes, in what way?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
but
I changed.
mhm.
Sorry, ma'am.
In what way, pretty? In what way?
Yes, ma'am. In childhood, I wear pant shirt and I change my dress up for after marriage. I wear salwar kameez and nowadays we are live in UK and the traditional dresses is pant shirt. I wear pant shirt every time.
Beautiful. It's pants, okay, pants and shirt, right? And look, beautiful. I'm happy that you're trying, but little bit. If you want to correct this, always read aloud. Okay, take a paper and read in a loud voice so that
Okay, ma'am.
you can improve your pronunciation. But for today, you have passed. Can you ask me 2 questions about fashion? 2 questions.
Please, ma'am, tell me about you like fashion
Yes.
and what type of fashion?
Well, I like something comfortable, and that'd be all. Thank you. Thank you so much for participating. That's good. Okay, pretty. Tell
Okay,
me,
ma'am.
uh,
Yes, ma'am.
which recording would you like to hear? Have you ever heard a recording about crane flies?
Sorry, ma'am.
Have you ever heard a recording about crane flies? Crane flies.
Okay, ma'am. Train?
Crane flies.
Train. Okay, ma'am.
Have you heard or not?
No.
Okay. So I will play a recording about crane flies for you. I'll play twice. You have to listen to the recording and answer 6 questions.
Okay, ma'am.
ISE-1, Task 1.
Okay, so what's a crane fly? Does anybody know? In fact, they're often called daddy longlegs, and that tells you something about what they look like. They look like rather large mosquitoes, but they've got very, very long legs. Their legs often break off because they're so long and fragile. There are over 14,000 different species of crane fly in the world, but I'm going to concentrate on European crane flies. The adults hatch in September, after they've lived under the ground for almost a year as larvae. That's young insects. If it's been a warm but rainy summer, then you get very high numbers of crane flies. Adult crane flies only live for about 2 weeks. The female adults lay their eggs under the surface of the soil, and the cycle begins again. People think that they're not very useful for anything, but in fact animals such as spiders and birds like them because they can eat them. They're also useful because in their young form they eat dead plants, and so they improve the quality of the soil.
Now listen again.
Okay, so what's a crane fly? Does anybody know? In fact, they're often called daddy longlegs, and that tells you something about what they look like. They look like rather large mosquitoes, but they've got very, very long legs. Their legs often break off because they're so long and fragile. There are over 14,000 different species of crane fly in the world, but I'm going to concentrate on European crane flies. The adults hatch in September, after they've lived under the ground for almost a year as larvae. That's young insects. If it's been a warm but rainy summer, then you get very high numbers of crane flies. Adult crane flies only live for about 2 weeks. The female adults lay their eggs under the surface of the soil, and the cycle begins again. People think that they're not very useful for anything, but in fact animals such as spiders and birds like them because they can eat them. They're also useful because in their young form they eat dead plants, and so they improve the quality of the soil.
All right. Now I'll ask you 6 questions
Yes,
about
ma'am.
crane flies. You have to give me at least 3 correct answers.
Okay, ma'am.
What do crane flies look like?
Mosquitoes,
That is correct. How many species of crane fly are there in the world?
14,000
That is
species.
correct. That is correct. When do adult crane flies hatch?
In September,
That is correct. How long do adult crane flies live?
sorry, ma'am.
How long do adult crane flies live?
In summer,
How long, Pretty? How long?
2 weeks. 2 weeks, ma'am.
That's right. Which animals eat crane flies?
Ma'am, spiders and birds.
What do young crane flies eat?
Sorry, ma'am. Your voice.
Yeah, hold on. What do young crane flies eat?
Dead plants.
Have you
Yes,
ever heard
ma'am.
a recording about Fiji?
Okay, ma'am.
Pretty, have you heard or not? Yes or no? Have
No,
you heard?
ma'am.
Okay, okay. I'm going to play a recording about Fiji. You will not take any notes. You will listen to the recording and tell me in few words, what is this recording about? Let's listen.
ISE-1, Task 2.
Good morning, everyone. In today's class, I want to tell you about a country called Fiji. So, there are 333 small islands in Fiji. It has a population of just under 1 million people, and most people live on the coast. Now, what about the language? Well, there are 3 main languages, but almost everyone can speak English. And how do the local people make a living? Well, tourism is the most important activity. People love the beaches because they're quiet. Most of the tourists come from Australia. If you go to Fiji, you'll find that many food dishes include fish, and the national drink comes from the pepper plant. Finally, if you like sport, the most popular sport is rugby. But recently, more people have started playing football. Now, let's watch a film about this country.
Okay, beautiful. Could you please tell me in few words, what is this recording about?
Yes, ma'am. The topic is Fiji, and the 333 people are live in country, and the population
Few
is
words,
1 million.
beautiful. F-E-W, few. Few means some words.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Population is 1 million, and the and the language is main 3 language.
So
Everyone.
few words means one sentence. Tell me in one line, what is the main recording about? What is the recording about?
Okay, ma'am. Recording about Fiji, Fiji population and languages.
Good job. Very nice. Now I'll play the recording again. This time you're allowed to take notes. Write down 6 important facts from the recording.
ISE-1, Task 2.
Good morning, everyone. In today's class, I want to tell you about a country called Fiji. So, there are 333 small islands in Fiji. It has a population of just under 1 million people, and most people live on the coast. Now, what about the language? Well, There are 3 main languages, but almost everyone can speak English. And how do the local people make a living? Well, tourism is the most important activity. People love the beaches because they're quiet. Most of the tourists come from Australia. If you go to Fiji, you'll find that many food dishes include fish, and the national drink comes from the pepper plant. Finally, if you like sport, the most popular sport is rugby. But recently, more people have started playing football. Now, let's watch a film about this country.
Yes, could you please tell me 6 facts about the recording?
Okay, ma'am. In this recording, in country, 333 people are live in a small Iceland, and the population is 1 million. And the 3 main languages, and almost everyone like one language is English. And the people is for visited beach, but it's quite. And the national and food like fishes, and the people national drink is people plant. And the national game is football.
Thank you. Now, could you please tell me where do most of the tourists come from?
Australia.
That is correct. And how many main languages are there?
3.
All right. What is the most popular sport?
Football.
Incorrect, that's rugby. Which plant does the national drink come from?
People plant.
Pepper plant, that's right. Thank you. You passed your listening with a merit. Congratulations.